Here we'll talk about Semecarpus anacardium, which is also known as bilava or the marking nut. It is called as marking nut because it is used to mark clothes by the washerman for identification, as it is insoluble in water. And these seeds are black colored heart shaped, surrounded by the thick pericarp as outer covering. It has irritant juice, which is brownish color. On exposure to the air, it turns into black color. So the active principles are bilavanol and the semicarpol. Fatal dose is 5 to 10 grams. Fatal period is 12 to 24 hours. So signs and symptoms. When it comes in contact with the skin, it causes irritation, itching, painful blisters, eczematous eruptions, ulcers. So all this resemble a bruise. It causes itching. So it is important to notice the blisters here are itching. So eczematous eruptions can be seen on the surrounding tissue and also on the margins. Painful blisters can be seen. So all this can resemble bruises, which are pseudo bruises. Here the bruises are not caused because of any trauma. It is caused because of the irritant juice of the Semecarpus anacardium. That is why it is also known as artificial bruise or the pseudo bruise, where you can see eczematous eruptions or the itching. If the juice is ingested, you can also see blisters on the mouth, throat, and GIT irritation can be seen. And other symptoms include dyspnea, which can cause cyanosis, tachycardia, hypotension, loss of reflexes, delirium, coma, death. So the importance point to be remembered under the signs and symptoms, it will cause eczematous eruptions where the painful blisters are seen along with the itching, and these lesions resemble a bruise, which is called a pseudo bruise or the artificial bruise. Blisters can also be seen in the mouth, throat, and the GIT if it is ingested. And dyspnea, which can cause cyanosis, loss of reflexes, tachycardia. So these are the important clinical features. Coming to the treatment, wash the contaminated area with the soap and water. Demulcents can be given. And for the blisters, bruises, ulcers on the skin, you can use antiseptic, symptomatic treatment and support. Coming to the postmortem examination, organs are congested, stomach is also congested, whereas liver shows degenerative changes. Blisters can be seen in and around the mouth and also in the throat. Coming to the medical legal aspects, accidental poisoning is seen if the quacks used this juice for the treatment of rheumatic pain and the worm infestation. Suicidal and the homicidal cases are rare. Malingering can be done to produce this ophthalmia and also pseudo bruise. Person can fake a bruise and can charge false case of this assault. In cases of any jealousy, revenge or any other issues, person will charge false case of this assault by this pseudo bruises. And abortion stick along with other juices like calotropis and all. This juice of Semecarpus anacardium is also used for abortion, and vitriolage out of jealousy or again revenge. It will be used on the face of a person to cause any injury to the face. Here it causes blisters on the face, right? So it can be used in vitriolage. Now let us see the differences between artificial bruise and the true bruise. So artificial is produced by the Semecarpus juice, whereas the true bruise can be caused because of the trauma. Artificial bruise are in the regular shape, it is a regular blister, whereas the true bruise, it is irregular shape depending upon the trauma. Here itching is present, eczematous eruptions can be seen. Here no itching is present. Blisters are even present on the margins. Here blisters are not present on the margin. Color do not change, will remain same throughout. Whereas here the color changes depending upon the healing stage, right? And here the blisters containing acrid serum. Whereas in the microscopy of this true bruise, you can see the extravasation of the blood and the damaged blood vessels. Here we'll see all the important points related to Semecarpus anacardium using this mnemonic. Semecarpus anacardium is also known as bilava and the marking nut. So from the word bilava, you can remember the active principle, which is bilavanol. And from the word Semecarpus, you can remember the active principle, which is semicarpol. So now the two active principles present in the Semecarpus anacardium is semicarpol and the bilavanol. It is called as marking nut because washermen usually mark clothes for identification using this nut. As it is insoluble in water, it can be visible. So that is why it is also known as marking nut. And Semecarpus anacardium. Coming to the word carpus, it means thick pericarp, right? The Semecarpus anacardium seeds have a thick pericarp which contains the irritant juice, which is usually brown color, but on exposure to air, it can turn into black color. Cardium and anacardium, it indicates black seeds which are heart shaped. And also you can see the increased heart rate or the tachycardia as a symptom. Now let us talk about all the A's. The first A in the Semecarpus stands for abortion stick. This Semecarpus anacardium juice is used with other juices in the abortion stick to cause abortion. And the second A, you can remember vitriolage. It is used to cause injury to the face out of jealousy or revenge. So it can cause blisters on the face, right? So it is used even in the vitriolage. So the A in the vitriolage can be remembered from this A. Third A stands for artificial bruise. The juice comes in contact with the skin. It can cause irritation, itching, painful blisters which can turn into ulcers, and also eczematous eruptions can be seen on the surrounding tissues and the margins. So all these lesions resemble bruise. Here it is not a true bruise because it is not caused because of any trauma. Here it is caused because of this irritant juice. So it is known as artificial bruise or the pseudo bruise. Coming to the fourth and the last A, it is accidental poisoning. So accidental poisoning can be seen where the quacks used his juice for the treatment of rheumatic pain or worm infestation. So to summarize the whole thing, so Semecarpus anacardium is also known as bilava or the marking nut. From the word bilava, you can remember active principle bilavanol, and from the word Semecarpus, you can remember the other active principle which is semicarpol. And it is called as marking nut because the washerman used this nut to mark clothes. Now coming to the carpus. The carpus indicate the thick pericarp which covers the seed. It contains irritant juice which is brown color. On exposure to the air, it converts into black color. And the cardium in the anacardium, it indicates two things. One is black heart-shaped seeds, and also heart rate increases as a symptom of this poisoning. The first A stands for abortion stick, second A stands for vitriolage, third is artificial bruises, and the next A is accidental poisoning seen if the quacks are using this juice for rheumatic pain or the worm infestation. This is about Semecarpus anacardium. Bye.